Welcome back to The Inspired Entrepreneur with Heather Hope. Hey, welcome back, guys. This is Heather Hope with the Inspired Entrepreneur podcast. Welcome back. Happy Wednesday, the day before Christmas Eve, I believe. Is that what today is? Yes, it is. December 23rd. Can you imagine or can you believe we're almost done with this year? Like I've been saying lately, I truly believe that 2021 is going to be an amazing year for many of us. Just because we've experienced so much contrast this year, many of us, many, right? Millions of us have experienced tons, the whole world. So, what happens when we experience contrast? We put in so many more desires, and it's like we've had enough contrast. I mean, I've had a lot of good things happen this year, like some good things, but there's been a lot of contrast. So next year, and so I'm working on this podcast. I'm recording Monday this week, and this morning I was listening to something, and I went to Goodwill last night. I was inspired. I don't shop much at all. I'm doing a lot of curbside pickup and very limited shopping these days, especially because it's Christmas time, because it's just more people, right? So, but last night I was like driving around. It's the first time I've been out of the house driving on my own, like by myself, in weeks. And if you follow me, it's like I used to go take a drive nearly every day just to get out of the house. Lately, I've been dropping my husband off and picking him up, and I take my dog with me all the time, and it's not the same. So last night, I finally got out of the house, and I went to Goodwill, picked up a couple books. One in particular, I picked it up, and something was calling me to it. Like I was like looking at it. I think I had owned it before. It's actually called. It's from Brian Tracy. Called Goals: How to Get Everything You Want Faster Than You Ever, I'm reading it right now, ever thought possible. Pretty sure I've owned this or some others of his in the past, but I was flipping through it and I'm like, God, I kind of like the formatting of this. You know how I'm working on my next book. So, but I'm starting to read a little bit and I'm like, I don't know, but it was calling me. I was like, okay, just get it. It's like $3, right? So I start reading it last night. And the first 3 chapters are just amazing. It's very law of attraction based. He does believe in the law of attraction. He does teach that, but he teaches a lot of things. He's been in this field of like success for decades, but it's an amazing beginning of the book. That's for sure. So some really great stuff. It's just highly recommend. This book has been around for many years, but I highly recommend it. But anyhow, so it got me really enthusiastic about this morning. So this morning I looked him up on YouTube and I was listening to something, one of his videos. And this is Brian Tracy I'm talking about if you've missed it. And, of course, just what we do, setting affirmations. And, this is leading into today's message. But, successful people write down their goals. They stay focused on their goals. We know this. Like you set what you want, your intention. What do you want? You decide what you want and you focus on it daily. That's what successful people do. If you go look in success, that's what they do. This is law of attraction, guys. So I wrote something. It was in my mind and I wrote it. It's on my to-do list today, which I'm like flying through. I wrote, I will be a millionaire in 2021. And I wrote right after that, I am making $1 million in 2021. So, there was something about like setting a financial goal, something like that. And like, well, I'm not going to play small. I'm going to play a little bigger and just say what I want. What do I want? And if I fall short of that million, then it's going to be better than probably 2020. So anyway, let's jump into today's message. This is from the book, The Inspired Entrepreneur. It's 366 days of inspiration for you, the entrepreneur, business owner, self-employed. There's probably a lot more of you this year than usual. Okay, so today is an affirmation. It is a statement. So I wrote, my statement for today is, the valve of unlimited wealth is opening. The valve of unlimited wealth is opening. So today's message is kind of a reminder, kind of a affirmation, a thought, a something to think about, something to visualize. Visualizing a valve opening. Visualizing that this whole year, or your whole lifetime really, but this year, the last few months, whatever it is, that you have been working on this. You've been working on opening that valve. You've been pre-paving. You've been priming the pump. You have been doing all of this work this year. That's why, this morning I was inspired to write, yes, I'm going to be a millionaire in 2021. Because I've had, I've been pre-paving, and I've been planning, and I've been focused, and, I know what happens when I stay focused for a period of time. I'm priming the pump for some amazing things to happen. And I just keep, knocking things off my list. I feel my best when I'm the most productive. I am happy when I set goals and achieve them. I'm happy when I progress, when I work on things, when I get things done. I love that. And I've done so much of it in 2020, so much, that I know that I am preparing myself, right? Being ready to be ready, preparing myself for an incredible, lucrative financial 2021. So that's what I've been doing. What have you been doing? so today is just a statement to say, to think about, to ponder, to imagine, to daydream, whatever you want to do. The valve of unlimited wealth is opening. It's opening. Just start believing that. Write it down. Visualize it. Put it in your 30-day what is it called? 30 days to manifest your success journal. And you know what? Today on my to-do list, because I decided on since the last podcast that maybe it needs to be on my to-do list, because I tend to do things when it's on my to-do list. I tend to, not always, but tend to. So I wrote it on there today, 3 things journal. And then that sparked my interest in maybe creating a 3 things journal. So maybe, having a variation of the 30 days to manifest and I'm playing with the idea of making a smaller journal, like smaller size, because the one that I have out now is a workbook, 8.5 by 11 workbook size. So I'm playing with the idea of doing a smaller one, like 6 by 9. I have one that's coming in the mail this week of a 30-day money, guided journal. So I'm going to play with the idea. There's a coach online that I just happened to find her. I don't even know who she is, but I'm playing with the idea of doing something similar, but 3 things. I actually used to follow a girl who just produced a 3 things notebook. It's thick, and it's probably too thick for my taste, but to do the 3 things that it doesn't need to be so it could be a year's worth of 3 things. It could be a daily. There's so many variations. I'm starting to get a lot of ideas of what to do, because I have 2 journals in my life. I have 2 notebooks. One is my notebook that I do all my to-dos, all my things that I'm working on every day. So every day I just write, today's Monday, and I write the things, or for you, today's Wednesday. So I write the things that I want to get done that day. And then I just cross them off, or, check mark them. And then I just do that. And then I write important stuff in there. I write what's going on, whatever. The other thing I have is my journal that I do my 3 things in. And then I created a new journal, right? That's on Amazon. So what I possibly could do is create a whole nother journal, notebook, whatever you want to call it, that you can do a daily to-do list. But it has the 3 things on it, right? It could just be a notebook that's just for the 3 things. It could be a notebook for all the things that includes the 3 things, like it's already pre-filled in. I don't know. There's all kinds of cool ideas I had not thought about until just now. So anyway, let's get back to the statement. The valve of unlimited wealth is opening. And really take that in, especially at the end of the year. Take that in, prepave for 2021. Do that now. Spend the next week and a half, what is it? A week or so, just over a week of prepaving for 2021. You know, take a look at the contrast and be like, you know what? 2021's got to be better. It's got to be better, right? It has to be. And when we start thinking positively, things will manifest positively. Okay, guys, I'm going to let you go, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye.